Hey y'all, what's up? So y'all see that I put Dee Dee Blanchard's crime scene photos up. I got them from Reddit, and they've been there for years. And I just want people to see. I'm sorry it's so graphic, and I'm not trying to be like not sensitive, but I want people to see what this girl's about. I want people to see what she orchestrated, and I feel like that she either stabbed her mom before Nick got there, or she killed her mom with Nick, or she went in there after Nick and did the rest of the stabbing. It was either of those, the three, because Nick is saying he only stabbed her mom 4 or 5 times. Okay, well, did he do that did he slice her neck like that? Because he's saying he only stabbed her 4 or 5 times. It looks like her neck is sliced in the back and she was sleeping on her stomach. That's what it looks like. I don't believe that Dee Dee yelled out for Gypsy to help her. I think that's all a lie. And Gypsy is on the stand, and I don't know if it was the lawyer or prosecutor that asked her, did you have any boyfriends ever before Nick Godejohn? And she said no. She's lying. She's lying. She did not lose her virginity to Nick Godejohn. She lost her virginity to someone else, and she was obsessed with Dan. She had several boyfriends before Nick, whether it was social media boyfriends, whether she was chasing after them and they didn't like her. It didn't matter. She was being sexual with a couple of them. This girl should have got life. I've had my trouble too in life, with the law, but I never killed anybody. And I'm good with my victims now. I'm very close with my victims. I was born too with medical conditions, a cleft palate, and I went through many, many surgeries in my life. But I was very fortunate to have a good mother and father, something that she did not have. But at the same time, we don't really know if Dee Dee abused her. I think it's all a lie. Do I think Dee Dee kind of went overboard with Gypsy's chromosome disorder? Probably. But everything that Gypsy got, like a feeding tube, her eye procedures, she had to have that done. 1 minute, Gypsy says she had 30 surgeries. Cleft palates don't even have 30 surgeries. Okay? You're reaching, Gypsy. You're reaching. The most surgeries that I believe that I have had, me and my mom was counting them up the other day. And I think I said about 20, but my mom thinks about 10 to 15. And that's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot of things that I've been through in my life when it comes to surgery, and I'm going to have one more in October. I was supposed to have one, matter of fact, in June on my nose, and there was some personal things that's been going on, and so I had to push it to October. But I feel like this was a story that Krusty and these attorneys made up about Munchausen by proxy. I think they had to glorify something to get Gypsy out of it, and plus the prosecutor was in politics, and his position was politics, and he felt like if he would have put Gypsy away for life, he would have got ate up, and he wouldn't have probably won whatever he was running for. But he would have. I mean, nobody wants Gypsy Rose out on these streets, and the people that do, you need to go get your head checked. It's fucking secondhand cringe, secondhand embarrassment that you even pity this girl. This girl has showed who she is, especially on Lifetime, and Lifetime let her show who she is. Krusty too. Rod, he's looking like a pushover clown that women run. And my God, where was Rod when Gypsy was going through all this? When Gypsy's mom was jumping house to house, where was his child support checks, huh? Rod was out there playing house with Krusty and her kids. And I heard Rod had more kids than Mia, her brother, and Gypsy. I heard allegedly Rod has about 7 kids by different baby's mamas. That Dee Dee and Krusty is not the only baby mamas he has. Where was he when Gypsy was going through all this? And then Mia says that she remembers Gypsy coming to the house when Mia was about 2, 3 years old. And they're 10 years apart. So Gypsy was probably like 12, 13 years old. Where was Rod in his daughter's raising? Now he wants to raise her. Now he wants to be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. You're going to be a great mother. No, he knows his daughter's a fucking clown just like he is. And she's a train wreck. She might have millions of followers, but it does not mean she has millions of supporters. It's just people that can't look away. They're ready for her to go down. They're ready for this girl to go down. What she needs to do is be smart and go in hiding, because someone's going to end up knocking her off on the streets, y'all. I'm just saying, like Casey Anthony, she went in hiding because she knew if she was out in the open and talking the way Gypsy is, I'm really surprised no one's knocked off Casey Anthony yet. But, she went in hiding. She goes under the radar really good. And then Nicole Kessinger, she had to change her name, Gypsy Rose needs to delete all her social media. She doesn't even need to do Lifetime. She needs to get a real job. She needs to get acclimated the right way in society. And she needs to learn about herself. But no, instead, she gets married to a guy because he's an easy target. So she doesn't have to live with her parents. She can go to her hubby's house. She's been in contact with Ken since February. She's a liar. This girl's a liar. And you stupid people are supporting her and giving her money. She's doing the same thing her mama did, because her mom was a con artist. Did her mom deserve to get murdered like that? No. No, absolutely not. But her mom was a scammer, a grifter. She's a con artist. So that's what Gypsy is too. She's just like her mama. Y'all, this baby, this is not good. This is not good. I believe once this baby's born, I personally think CPS should take this baby. I do. I don't think Ken is responsible enough to take care of a child. He come on, he won't even admit that he's bi or gay. He's ashamed. He's ashamed of it. I just feel like this baby needs to go way away from this family so it'll have a chance. Gypsy is not a chance for this baby. Gypsy needs to go get her tubes cut and tied, steriled. She does not need any kids. I feel like once she realizes everything's about the baby and babies cry at night 24/7 and, it's all about the baby, she's going to learn that attention's not on her and she could possibly harm her baby. She's a narcissist. She has no empathy. You cannot teach anybody, if they don't have empathy, you cannot teach them empathy. You can't. I have never seen real tears come out of this girl's eyes. It's always been fake. And she did trap Ken. She did. Her dad busted her out on the show. And she was like, oh my God. She was embarrassed. Ken had no idea about her wanting a baby. He didn't know. She didn't open up to him because he would have said, hell no, not right now. I'm telling y'all, she trapped that man. She's like, oh, I'm not ovulating. They're saying I'm not ovulating, blah, 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 blah. She conned this dude into nutting up in her several times. And she got if she's really pregnant. I have to see a baby before. I have to see her go through pregnancy and have a baby before I believe her, because she's a pathological liar. She's got a lot of mental health issues. So a lot of low self-esteem, but at the same time, she prides herself. She needs a lot of help, y'all. I just feel like they need to reopen the case up because she lied on the stand. And can't you reopen the case if they go back and look and she's caught lying on the stand? Because she's caught lying on the stand. They need to reopen this case back up and give Nick Godejohn a fair trial. I feel like she needs to go back to prison. I don't think she's learned anything. And I feel like with parole, she should have had a stipulation of staying off social media. I've already heard allegedly Krusty has had to get onto her about getting off social media, and Krusty allegedly chased her out to the shed, and Gypsy locked herself in the shed with her phone. Social media is the worst thing for this chick. She just needs to go in hiding. She needs to, maybe hiding's the wrong word, but she needs to just like get off all social media platforms. I don't know why she wants to do another Lifetime, because she's just going to make herself look stupid, the family stupid. I believe the only one that has a good head on their shoulders is Mia, but we'll see. I mean, she's a part of all of them, so we'll see. I just believe that she's a piece of shit, and I don't fall for any of her shit that she's saying. A lot of people are being strong. They're not naive. There's one chick that was on TikTok saying she had the same issues as Gypsy, and Gypsy bullied her to the point where the girl's okay with her now. And I don't really believe that girl's story about her situation either. I feel like she's lying for attention, and very naive girl, very naive lady. And she got mad at me because I said that. I'm not going to shout her out, say her name. But she got very upset because I called her naive. But you are naive. You're falling for her shit. And you left me a book on DM on TikTok, a fucking novel. And I wrote back finally after a couple days, and I was like, I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit what you have to say. Like, girl, she killed her mom. She orchestrated it. Do you not understand that? And you work in the healthcare profession, and that's what